what is a person to do? I think the best thing to do is take a look at the people who are the longest lived, which would be Hispanics, and follow their metrics, because they're living 7 years longer than the average American. So what do they have? They have no health insurance. They're poor, but hey, you don't need to give away everything you own. But I would recommend you look at what you're spending your money on, because that's what's shorting your life. So take a look at what you're spending your money on. And say, if I was poor, what things in my house would not be here? That's where you're going to find the things in your house, in your life, that are shortening your life. What else do we know about Hispanics? They're not educated. Well, what's the point of education? I mean, how can that even be a factor? The answer is a lot of education is cultural propaganda. And so if you look at the cultural practices that colleges endorse or encourage, then you can see immediately a lot of practices that are not healthy. For example, it turns out having your first baby as a teenager reduces your risk of breast cancer 5-fold. Oh, amazing. So obviously, if you get an education, you're going to be putting off your childbearing and you're going to increase your risk of breast cancer. So another thing that happens when you go to college is you get a lot of vaccines and shots and injections. Take a lot of pills. Everything that happens in your life, there's always student health center to recommend a pill for you. So there are a lot of things intrinsic in the educational process that encourages dangerous, deadly health habits. Now, the other thing about Hispanics is they do not have access to health care. Yep. And that may be the one determining factor that contributes to their longevity. So that would be the thing to do, be to look at a group that experiences longevity and then see what their metric profile is and emulate that. Whereas these metrics do not correlate with longevity. We know that because the older a person is, the lower the probability is that they're adhering to these metrics. So what's a person to do? Ignore these metrics. The only one worth paying attention to is smoking. Quit your smoking. If you can't quit, vape. If you don't want to vape, then switch to organic cigarettes. And your blood pressure, that is just a marker for processed food in your blood vessels is clogging up your blood vessels. You can just go to vitalitycapsules.com and get your free report, the Candida Cleaner, and there's a diet in there that will help you unplug your blood vessels. Next, we have the Home Healers Program. This is an amazing program where I teach you how to handle emergencies that might happen at home and to solve the situation in less time than it takes for the ambulance to arrive. Yay! You can find out more about the Home Healers course at vitalitycycles.com. And for me, this has been easily worth more than $200,000 in terms of health insurance benefits and health care that I've not had to expend any money on. And to this day, and for the past at least 32 years, I've had no health care coverage. Yay!